on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics taking on the Detroit Pistons. The opening tip is won by the Pistons. Jackson to Drummond. Oh, emphatic slam.
Oh, that's a great way to make an opening statement. It's about the team that's able to punch the other team in the mouth first. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the road team.
Give me stance, it's coming, give me stance.
To Horford. Hayward. Knocked loose. Pistons come away with it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know, just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
To Hayward. Pistons have it. To Drummond. Stuffs it down with authority.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
4-3. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And draws the foul.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First free throw is good.
Coming right back to you.
And gets both to drop at the line. Rozier with it. Now down 6. To Horford. Works it up top. Pistons come away with it. And count the basket inside.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
To Rozier. 3-second violation. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Out of bounds.
From the start, let's do it.
Substitutions.
Three in the key. Jackson. To Griffin. Knocks it down from mid-range. Jay, simply put, have we seen Blake Griffin's ceiling?
I think there's a chance that Blake Griffin could potentially be better, but it will be way more difficult when you don't have an elite point guard who can pass the ball and put it for you on a platter each and every possession.
Fires the three. Oh, it took a while, but they're on the board with the three. Nonetheless, slow start to this one.
And as a player, seeing the ball go through the net cures all woes. Maybe this will get the juices going.
Here comes the screen. Griffin. Deep left corner. Down to Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Marcus Smart. Has a look. Not that time.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Jackson to Griffin. Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. He misses. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Hayward. To Marcus Smart. Hayward. Beyond the arc for three. No good. That's great defense.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
From long range. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Trying to cash in. Wide open look. Won't go.
The defense has to find a way to become mentally present in this ball game. Another open look, the offense is picking them apart.
Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
It's a big finish. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Baseline drive. Shot from in close, no good.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Jackson to Griffin. Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. To Drummond. Won't go down. To Hayward. Short jumper stays out.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Shot from the lane won't go.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. Griffin to Drummond. Ah, rocking the rim. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Runner here won't go down. Down low for Griffin. Stuffs it down with authority.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
Off the mark. Well contested. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. First quarter's complete with the Pistons way out in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Across the timeline, it's...
We got this. Let's go.
Substitutions. Subbing in for the Detroit Pistons.
To Marcus Smart. Knocked loose. Flushes it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Pass taken away by the Celtics.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Nothing going here on that drive. Kennard to Griffin. For three. That one off the mark. It's no good. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. It'll stay Celtic basketball. Horford to Marcus Smart. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Lets it fly from long range. Message received. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And count the basket.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
To Griffin. Going to launch beyond the arc. They left Blake Griffin wide open, and he buries the three.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
To Marcus Smart. Gets it in the left corner. Fires the three. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Screen coming. To the rim, lays it up and in.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Boston with the basketball. Probing the defense. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Add 2 points to the board.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Deep three at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half. The Pistons with the lead.
The Pistons. All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Boston with 4 to shoot. No good. Alonzo Trier to Smith. Doesn't have the touch. No good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
To Drummond. Got it from the line. Alonzo Trier. Griffin. They need something to go down. It's no good.
This always happens. You knock down a lot of shots in the first half, and in the second half, you start to lose your rhythm. You need to have the legs. Shoot at the pinnacle of that jump.
Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. To Hayward. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. It'll stay Celtic basketball. Hayward. To Rozier. Pistons have it. Has a chance. Here's the step back.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
4-3. Ish Smith to Drummond. Short jumper off the mark. Rozier into the front court. Trailing by 14. And hits off a killer step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Ish Smith to Drummond. And a pass stolen by Boston. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Horford. A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it. Celtics come away with it. From the painted area, won't go down. Has a look. Deep two there, won't go. The screen sets him up for two.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes two of us.
Timeout Boston as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter.
From the start, let's do it.
Subbing in for the Detroit Pistons, number 1, Reggie Jackson. Entering the
Hayward. Pass stolen by Detroit.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Alonzo Trier. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Rozier with it. All tied up. Just underway in this fourth quarter. Baseline drive. Can't connect from in close. Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen. To Alonzo Trier. To Griffin. Got it.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Pistons come away with it. Griffin to Alonzo Trier. Stuffs it down with authority.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Celtics have it. To Rozier. Drummond. To Alonzo Trier. And he's going to the line to shoot.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
And hits the first free throw.
Working on your game.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. The deficit is 6. Pistons have it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Rozier into the front court. Now down 6. Fires the 3. He was all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Ah, can't miss those. Here's a chance from long range. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
If you're the defender, you can't keep your hand outwards in the pocket of the shooter. The offensive player recognized that. He raked his arm into yours on his way up to take the shot. That's a foul every time.
Got it. Jackson with it. Leads a bucket. To Alonzo Trier. Here comes the screen. Jackson to Alonzo Trier. Griffin. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good. Oh, it's rejected by Griffin. The Pistons are the winners as they win a close one by 2. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
from Toronto, I'm Ed Cohen. Opening tip taken in by the Raptors, and we're underway in Toronto. Lowry to Van Vliet. Five to shoot for Toronto. Lowry. Can't connect. It's no good. Brown into the front court. He'll run the offense. Great feed. Sets it up. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
The assist from number 7.
Celtics have it. It's denied by Ibaka.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
And he drains it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors. Ah, rocking the rim.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Hayward buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Boston with the basketball. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it. And score. Strong take.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Lowry with it. Up by 3. To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
No fading on that shot, strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101. Rozier with it. Looking to make something happen. Hayward. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, that's how it's done.
Okay, I see you throwing the ball like a quarterback in the pocket for the touchdown.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Ibaka. Oh, can't do that.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Substitutions, Toronto.
That'll be out of...
Come on, y'all, let's go get it. It's on me.
Substitution.
Hey, check up, let's go.
Tatum. His first effort off the mark. Fred Van Vliet. Pascal Siakam. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's good. Something tells me they'll give him that shot again.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Remaining in the first quarter.
Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Beyond the arc for 3. Not getting the bounce. To Van Vliet. Nice pass to set things up.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
The assist from number 36, Marcus Smart.
Fred VanVleet. Down to Green. Short jumper misses.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Pascal Siakam gets it in the left corner. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Brown with it up top. Down 5. To Marcus Smart. Layup goes down. Well done.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
To VanVleet. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. 1 quarter down. The Raptors have the lead. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
Substitutions, Boston. Substitutions, Toronto.
To Jaylen Brown. Fires the 3. Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. Knocks it down from mid-range.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
To Marcus Smart. From the outside, no good.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Here's a chance from long range. Won't go down. Fred VanVleet. Celtics able to clear the board. Celtics have it. That pass taken away by Toronto.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
He buries it, creating space with the step back.
What was once a tight space is no longer. There is absolutely no way the defender can recover after that move.
To Hayward. To Brown, down low. For 3, too easy. Defense has to communicate.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Serge Ibaka. He's now 5 for 6.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. Hayward. Nothing going here on that drive. To Hayward. Fires the 3. Now that's a contest. To Ibaka. And a nice finish at the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Time expires to end the first half. It's been all Raptors.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Raptors put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors. The Celtics were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the... Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Out of bounds.
You know what's coming. Go get him.
Substitutions, Boston. Substitutions, Toronto.
To Hayward. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Short jumper won't go down. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
The assist from number 3.
Hayward. Toronto has the basketball. Lowry to Powell. Probing the defense. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Marcus Smart. Slam dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Lowry into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. It's good.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Jaylen Brown. Hayward. From long range. They need something to go down. It's no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Deep two there, won't go.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Hayward. Sizing up the defense. Knocked loose. Lowry into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here comes the screen. Knocks it down off the step back.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
Hayward to Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. That pass taken away by Toronto.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
To Marcus Smart. Shot from the lane won't go. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Lowry. To Powell. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Hayward. Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors. Pascal Siakam. Celtics come away with it. To Marcus Smart. Hayward. 4-3. He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Nothing going here on that drive. Trying to cash in. Well done, Kyle Lowry. With that, he's 5 for 9. That'll do it for the period. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead. Raptors ball as we get going here in the 4th. And Jay...
We know what's coming. Go get him.
Substitutions, Boston. Into the game for the Toronto Raptors.
Hayward.
Number 17, Jonas Valanciunas.
Short jumper. Won't fall.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Out of bounds the call. Off Gordon Hayward. Ball's controlled by Lowry. To Van Vliet. And a pass stolen by Boston.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Hayward. Horford. Deep left corner. Offensive rebound. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Fred Van Vliet to Lowry. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Raptors come away with it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
And a chance coming up at the line.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
First free throw is good. So he hits the first, misses the second. Oh, he had him there for a second. Knocked loose. Hayward. Offensive board. The follow won't go either. To Ibaka. A lot of contact. No whistle. Celtics have it.
Defense. Defense. Let's go.
To Marcus Smart. Probing the defense. It's denied by Ibaka.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc and knocks it down.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Fred VanVleet to Ibaka. Got it.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. It's the Raptors with the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Raptors got the... And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
Good evening from Houston, Texas. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, this city home to the 8th wonder of the world, the Astrodome. We'll see on the floor who stands out tonight.
I don't know about that, Ed. I may have to disagree with you on that. The 8th wonder of the world is the Red Rowdies. Let's get loud. Let's represent. Houston Rockets, what time is it?
They are certainly impressive. Let's do this in Houston. Jay, some great matchups between these two teams in the regular season in recent years. The Rockets love to score and maximize possessions. The Celtics, though, have been a great foil.
Yeah, the Celtics are one of the top defensive teams, but this individual matchup that I'm looking forward to the most, Ed, that is Marcus Smart going against the likes of James Harden. And if you don't know what psychological warfare is, just pay attention to how Marcus Smart moves when he's around James Harden. If it's him randomly grabbing James Harden's jersey, just to prove that he's engaged in the game, and then he's right there in Harden's face. Maybe a random bump in transition while the ref is not paying attention. Or how about something as subtle as this? Just an acting job or full court pressure, the physicality of the game, making James Harden get flustered. If you're looking for an answer on how to stop James Harden, the answer is D, Marcus Smart. All the above, because that's what he brings to the table.
Jay, that gets Brad Stevens off his seat, nodding, saying yes. Harden to Paul.
Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967 and was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space